You there, Abster? It's taking long.
Hey, there's nothing to worry about.
Let's hear it.
Didn't the Sentinels say they're locked up at... Well, how about it?
The tower is either too far to see, or it's... Otherwise, we would have seen some... In the shape you're in. Are you sure you could...
Hey, come on! It won't hurt to try. The cliff at Eglatown would be a...
I can fly too.
Music itself holds no emotion. It's the heart that grants it meaning. So, dear listener, tell me, what feelings did my piece evoke in you? Wow. A very valuable insight. Salutations, Rover. My name is Jacona, a wandering bard. I'm glad to have met you. I was sent by Lady Carlotta to find you. As I passed that abandoned house, I suddenly felt this... well, you know, rush of inspiration that just can't be... Surprise, surprise, the Well, I suppose this won't count as me getting to...
If Carlotta asked you to find me...
Lady Carlotta told me you encountered the supposed martyred maiden, Carthetya. She dispatched search teams soon after. But there's been no sign of Carthetya. That's why she asked me to use my forte to recreate the frequency you experienced at the time. To see if any details you might have missed.
Recreate the
Well, it's a little tricky to explain in words. Think of it like being in an immersive portrait. The more details, the better. Even the smallest things count. Let's see here. Tweak a few notes here. Some emotions there. Now then, Rover, time for you to tune in.
Tune into my memories. Does that mean I'm supposed to see the...
Laureate. Our tacit marks are glowing again. It appears there is a special connection between them. What is the meaning of this?
Someone used their resonance ability to help me relive this moment, but this seems unexpected.
How did you first come to notice me?
The Sentinel. Imperator's voice guided me to you.
You heard the Sentinel's voice? Then tell me, am I their resonator?
Well, Imperator called you the Lost, and Primus Fenrico claims you are the resonator for Leviathan, the Thrunodian. But you really don't have any idea?
I've actually been searching for the answer to this question too. My memories are fragmented. I remember becoming a resonator, and the moment I was given the name Fleur-de-Lis. I also remember fighting something, but the details and the outcome of that battle are lost to me. You seem deeply concerned about the Sentinel. Tell me, why is that?
You rang? Whoa! Check it out! Our frequencies got split apart. Basically, we're sorta in that hover mode you once joked about. Nothing new.
This must be the frequency that's entangled within you. Is it some kind of echo? Yes. I'm experiencing a similar kind of frequency split. Though there is little that remains of my resonance power. I feel its frequency weakening. I understand why you're eager to find the Sentinel. You said you heard the Sentinel's voice. Was there anything else?
They spoke of being ensnared in an inverted tower suspended in the sky.
Ensnared? Does that mean behind the seals there's... I'm sure you've noticed that I was drawn here only as a frequency. My true form currently resides inside an inverted sonorosphere, suspended high in the sky. At its center stands a tower, its gate locked by 3 seals. I've sensed a voice calling out to me from behind them. Could it be the Sentinel?
Say, it's really faint, so I barely noticed earlier. Is that a Thrunodian smell I'm getting from you?
The scent of a Thrunodian? You can perceive the Thrunodian?
It's not an exact one-to-one with that big Ovathraxula meatball I had. But I never mix up a...
Abby has a nose for these sort of things. We came across Thrunodian powers before in Jinzhou. So it's safe to say Abby can be trusted.
Do you think I'm the Thrunodian's resonator?
If we're making assumptions, let's err on the optimistic side first. Given your current situation, it is possible you were affected by the Thrunodian's powers during your battle alongside Imperator. That could be the reason behind losing all your power, too.
I take it this theory would benefit you as well. After all, that unique echo of yours needs the Sentinel's powers for treatment, does it not? Even in adventure tales, it's not always the witch who loses her memory. In that case, it appears we share the same goal of finding the Sentinel. Spending so much time alone in the sonorosphere gave me plenty of time to consider countless possibilities. I've braced myself for whatever may come until I find the answers I'm seeking.
I want to know what's going on with Imperator in that tower. And how can I reach your sonorosphere?
A part of the sonorosphere is actually on land, though its outer perimeter is surrounded by a barrier. I cannot leave. and no one can enter. I'm afraid that won't do. That barrier also acts as the power source that maintains the Sonorosphere's integrity. If it's destroyed, and the ruins, along with the tacit discords it houses, would come crashing down on Raguna. It would be catastrophic.
You said no one can get in. Has anyone tried?
Yes. I've occasionally sensed someone wandering outside the barrier, as if searching for a way. Perhaps they know something.
Any distinguishing features?
Almost like a deep-sea jellyfish. I wasn't able to get a clear look. I can only describe the feeling I got from her as a resonator. It would seem this resonance ability can only last for so long.
I'll look for a way to find this person you mentioned.
Something tells me you will keep your... No matter the outcome, this may be my chance to find the answers.
Rover? Rover? Oh, thank goodness. You're finally awake. How are you feeling? Any headache, tingling feet, upset stomach? Phew. I tried everything, but you just wouldn't wake up. I thought you were... Wait a second. Did you actually fall asleep listening to my music? Oh. It kind of breaks my heart to know you reacted like that when it wasn't even a lullaby.
No, it was really helpful.
Helpful for your sleeping troubles, hmm? Wow. So my forte created a special connection that led to some unexpected development. The girl, is she friend or foe? What truths lie behind the seal, and who is that mysterious wandering figure? I have a feeling this is going to be a very exciting song. I'll pass this information on to Lady Carlotta. So, what do you plan to do next?
Pardon the intrusion. My name is Sebastian. As per Milady's instructions, I have been in...
The Phasalia family? The one that's likely worshipped? Why does she want to talk?
Milady has expressed a desire to clear up some unfortunate misunderstanding.
Tell her I accept the invitation, but at a later time.
I will convey your message.
Didn't expect the head of the Phasalia family to come looking for you. Especially while they're still in the middle of negotiations with Lady... She's just as unpredictable as the rumors say. I suppose you would want to know more about her before taking up her invitation, hmm? She's known to be a recluse, and rarely makes public appearances. No one outside the family even knows her real name. They just call her the head of the Phasalia. I've heard quite a few rumors. Which one would you like to hear? I have Shadow of the Ancient, Lady Bane, or maybe Entangler of Hearts. Hello, that's why they're called rumors. I'm just doing my due diligence by being faithful. So, ready to dive right in? Well, long story short, the Phasalia family was one of the first to set foot on these islands. Their lineage even predates the Order of the Deep. And their craft of extracting toxins from aquatic plants is a leg. Word is, they select the new head of household by having candidates ingest each other's poisons and wait to see who's still breathing when it's all over. Stories about the current head of the Phassalias get even wilder. They say she didn't go through the usual selection process. Instead, she took the throne by poisoning her predecessor. Others say she's a master in the art of manipulation, drowning her victims in hallucinations until they agree to her terms without... In any case, the Phasalia family aside, she's someone you definitely want to hand... If you're set on meeting her, I'd be extra careful if I...
The way she describes the head of Phasalia reminds me of how Carthetya spoke about the wandering figure by the barrier. Can't rule out the possibility that they're the same person. Looks like I'll need to pay her a visit.
Hello. I received Chacona's memo. I think the head of the Phassalias approached you when I was still in negotiations with her emissaries. Was it meant to be a diversion all along? They invited you and you alone. As a Montelli, I'm in no position to intervene. That being said, if the Phassalias try anything against you, I'll get you out. Even if it means storming through their front gates. In the meantime, I'll keep looking for more information and the person carthetya mentioned to you. I'll call you as soon as I find anything.
Got it.
My nightly instinct says this way. This should afford us more provisions. I can fly too. My nightly instinct says this way. My nightly instinct says this way. My nightly instinct says this way. night's great harp. My nightly instinct says this way. My nightly instinct says this way. Just like the treasure chest in stories. My nightly instinct says this way. My nightly instinct says this way. Let's call it a night's great harvest. My nightly instinct says this way. My nightly instinct says this way. Just like the treasure chest from the stories.
Now, if you'll please, just follow me. One moment, please. I shall inform milady.
That won't be necessary. To keep our honored guest waiting would be most improper, especially when it was I who extended the invitation. Cantarella Phasalia, 36th matriarch of the Phasalia family. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance, Honorable Laureate, the new crown of the Carnival. Very well. If you insist, I see no reason to refuse. You may also call me Cantarella. Now, shall we proceed to my study?
I can fly too.
Won't you have a seat? I hope you'll accept this tea as my way of apologizing for the incident with Gilberto. Members of the family may have troubled you, but there is no stain that can't be washed away. Every sorrow has its own way of fading, don't you? You still hold a grudge? Won't you accept my apology?
This tea, is it from Jinzhou?
I invited you here to ask that you might serve as a mediator.
Before we get into that, there's something I want to know.
I imagine it concerns the Phasalia family's true. It would seem Gilberto's mind is beyond saving, but let's not dwell on that. What is your opinion on the current state of Raguna? So you've noticed something is amiss? As expected, from someone who's felt the weight of and what exactly do you find most unsettling?
Why haven't the Threnodian and the Sentinel ever shown themselves?
Because the Threnodians' invasion of Raguna has long since concluded. The Threnodian, so named Leviathan, possesses the power to merge and assimilate. It uses distorted beliefs to spread a spiritual plague that slowly devours civilizations from within. Though the previous 2 attempts were thwarted, the tall mast of the galleon that is Raguna has already been snapped in half.
Hola.
Now the blissfully ignorant masses walk hand in hand toward an abyss they cannot see.
Bueno.
Friend or foe? As a newcomer to this land, can you really tell them apart? Yes. And no. On the other, there's our family. The Threnodian doesn't take kindly to those who know the truth. We've always... Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow. Until now that we've come this far, there's no... My only hope is that once you learn everything, you will care... Come. The truth you seek lies in the deepest part of the castle.
It's thick with dust. Hard to believe they're truly worshipping it.
Curious about that statue. It represents...
The aroma from these plants. It's the same scent that was in the study.
This is it. Are you prepared?
Yes.
Now that we're here, I'm afraid I can't let you leave. Even if you want to. Just as I expected, the Threnodian took no— What you see in the sanctuary is the sentinel in their— A majestic steed that galloped with the wind, not a creature of the ocean's depths. The Order worships a half-horse, half-sea creature divinity, a form the sentinel assumed only after being corrupted by— Although the Sentinel's will has yet to fade, who knows how much longer. I wish to ask you to persuade the Sentinel of Jinzhou, Jue, to come to Rinascita, to save Imperator. In return, I will agree to whatever condition or request you make. I understand the position you are in. Word has it that you're currently staying at a hotel. Perhaps a stay at my estate would suit you for the remainder of your time in Rinascita. I can offer you a glimpse into Rinascita's past, and you'd be spared the Order's unwelcome attention.
There might still be a path forward. Carlotta once helped me interpret some stained glass images. The story it told was very similar to what you described, only more biased towards the Order. It mentioned a maiden who would emerge as the Sentinel's resonator and late— Do you think that's also a lie?
Care to elaborate? The part regarding the maiden isn't entirely fiction. The Sentinel does indeed appoint a maiden to be their resonator, though not in the way the Carnival would have you believe. No. It's through resonance with a very particular artifact. That's because Imperator wields the power to split and manipulate space. With it, they can withdraw a portion of power. That power's frequency will match the This is how the Sword of Divinity, Turvin, came to be. A blade sealed with the very powers of the Sentinel. To resonate with the sword is to resonate with the Sentinel. Only the Chosen One may hope to draw it.
And what about carthetya?
The martyred maiden. The nature of her resonance is— Perhaps she resonated with the Threnodian, or perhaps with the Sentinel in its— But choosing her could not have been the Sentinel's will. That the maiden was already dead. In the past, each year the Phasalia family would hold the divine trials to select those with the strongest will. These young women would attempt to resonate, though none succeeded. Some saw fragments of the truth. I was one of them. There was a moment where I glimpsed the Sentinel's corrupted form and the inverted— I also learned that only Turvin can break the barrier of that sonorosphere. When I awoke from that vision, I discovered a line of words inscribed onto my hand. I would never mistake my own handwriting. That is precisely why I'm searching for other possibilities. The words were... "The maiden is dead."
An inverted ruin suspended in the sky. Her and Carthetya's descriptions bear many similarities. If Turvin is the key to entering the Sonaro sphere, it stands to reason that Imperator may have played a role in the sphere's creation. If I can confirm that Turvin was truly left by Imperator, at least it would prove that neither are lying. Cantarella said she was overclocking when she tried resonating with Turvin. That's exactly what happened with Jinshi. Could Imperator be trying to restore their power through a second awakening? If that's the case, my permission should cause a reaction. That's one way to confirm what they're saying.
I suppose all that's left is its symbolic value. However, do handle it with care. It is a family heirloom. I've heard of your unique methods and formidable Rover. Who are you, really? The Sentinel's arbiter?
Well, I have some information and theories of my own. Care to hear them?
Please, enlighten me. I would never have imagined someone already considered a martyr could What surprises me even more is the connection you have with the Sentinel. We Thessalians revere Imperator as our one true divinity. And yet, here you stand. Would it be more fitting to address you as Master? Then, I present my request. Are you willing to help rescue our Sentinel? And pull Rinascita back from the brink of chaos?
The only question now is how we reach Carthetya and Imperator.
We can discuss it on the way.
So you are the one that Carthetya sensed wandering outside the Sonaro sphere.
A question that you already know the answer to. Why bother asking? Although being described as a jellyfish. There is a cable car in the lower levels of the Thessalia estate that leads directly to the Sonorosphere. The mechanism beside that wall can activate the lifts.
Are all these mechanisms really necessary?
Convenience isn't the only reason for having them. Some were specifically built in case an outsider decided to visit.
The power to split and merge matter.
Let me be there for everyone, as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind. Why do the Thessalias have a cable car that leads directly to the Sonosphere?
Before it became a Sonosphere, it was a seminary known as the Avenolium. The martyred maiden once pursued her studies there. You seem perturbed. Are you still gathering your thoughts?
Everything that's happened has all lined up so perfectly. It makes me think it's too good to be true.
I'd like to share a different perspective. Rivers eventually converge into the same ocean. If a goal is mutual, then it's only a matter of time before they meet. Our choices and our will have led us to this situation, not the wishes of fate.
You are quite different from what the rumors say.
Oh. And what rumors have you heard?
That you're a recluse? A mystic obsessed with the crafting of poison. Oh, and that you poisoned your predecessor. Those kinds of rumors.
A recluse? On the contrary, I've been searching for a solution to the Sentinel's plight, and rarely return to Rinascita. After most of my leads fell short, a friend at Mingting in Huanglong introduced me to the stories they were telling of you.
A friend?
All the affairs of Huanglong's states eventually land in one person's hands. Would you care to take a guess at the identity of this friend of mine?
Why not put the other rumors to rest?
Because the rest of them are all true. I see it'll take more than that to rattle you, huh? I assure you, this is no jest. We Thessalias have lived under the Threnodians' whispers for generations. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow, until only a puppet remains. When the soul of the ruling head falters, Thessalia tradition dictates that the successor usher them into eternal slumber, with a poison of their own making. My succession ritual? Well, an unforeseen incident gave rise to whispers that sparked those rumors.
How long has this been going on?
For centuries. Every generation. Outside, they call me the Bane, but historically every head of the Thessalia family has carried such a title. It just so happens that I am the most potent one yet. We've reached the old seminary's undercrypt. The gateway into the Sonosphere itself lies at its center. We shall continue on foot from here. Strange. This area was clear of tacit difficulty in the last week, and there's no tacit field nearby. Could they have come from the Sonosphere itself? So,
Didn't think there would be all possible.
Interesting. I've never seen such little creatures before. Would he know Skyrim I'd better not ask what she plans to do with her. The road ahead will not be an easy one.
What exactly happened here?
The second dark tide. It occurred right here at the Avenolium, the largest seminary ever built by the Order. It arrived on the very day the Blessed Maiden passed her trials and was crowned by the Order. A day when the leaf burned brighter than ever. And when the darkness came, none escaped. These days, what most people remember is the seminary disappearing into the sky. But in truth, the dark tide that should have spread across Rinascita vanished along with it. Yet due to a lack of records, the second dark tide slowly faded from memory. I was there when it all happened, still an ordinary member of the family, watching it unfold from a boat just outside the seminary. It wasn't until later, when I attempted to resonate with Turvin, that I gained a partial glimpse of the Sonorosphere's interior.
Sounds like someone inside the seminary did something to stop the spread.
Precisely. It could very well have been Carthetya's doing, but, as with the first time, there's also the chance it was the Sentinel who turned the tide. I can sense the conflict within you, the temptation to trust your maiden. But it's best to keep those thoughts to yourself for now. For the Threnodian knows where the heart is weakest, and it is there it strikes the hardest. Of course, it's never too late to place your trust when the evidence is clear. But now isn't the time, is it? What we want has a way of appearing when least expected. The gateway into the Sonorosphere is just on the other side of this bridge. This is the furthest I've ever managed to venture. Judging from the bits of information the Sentinel gave me, Turvin is the key to entering the Sonorosphere. And who can wield the Sword of Divinity but a Blessed Maiden?
But you said you left yourself a message saying that the maiden was dead.
That's why I sought aid from the other Sentinels. It's a shame they all refused. Luckily, you've brought me a new hope.
I can fly too. You have come. Greetings. I'm Carthetya, and you are?
Cantarella Phasalia.
Oh, a Phasalia. It seems your ties with the Order are more complicated than they appear.
I had the privilege of watching the Blessed Maiden's performance at the Carnival once. I'm rather surprised. After all this time, you still look exactly as you did that day. But you and I should be around the same age.
I'm also unsure of what's happened to me. I've been searching for answers. This must be the Sword of Divinity. Turvin. The one with the Sentinel's powers sealed within.
You shouldn't have knowledge of this sword.
Memories flowed into my mind just as you entered the Sonorosphere, granting me information about the sword's origins.
Cantarella said that only those who resonate with Turvin are granted glimpses of its knowledge.
Would you mind if I tried touching it? The question of whose resonator I am is now perfectly clear. If I am not the Sentinel's resonator, then that must mean...
Don't jump to conclusions just yet. That doesn't prove you're the Threnodian's resonator, nor that you aid its cause.
Huh? This connection formed between the Sentinel and the Threnodian, the second Dark Tide, and the forming of this Sonoros.
Right now, you're the sole survivor of whatever happened that day.
As you spoke, I remembered a few more things. There are two other... The Sword of Discord, Hognis, and the Sword of Virtue, Haltia. Yes. Did you see them too? Placing the three swords on their respective pedestals should break the seal over the main tower. But why would this information be revealed to me now?
If we do nothing, instead of speculating, we should use the clues we've gathered.
Lady Maiden.
Please. Carthetya would suffice. I am but a fake after all.
I've waited for this moment. This chance to save the Sentinel. I will not turn back, even if this does turn out to be a trap. If the thought of the final answer troubles you, then I suggest you step aside. Rover and I will take care of this matter.
Since you are willing to overlook the possibilities of a trap, then there's no reason for me to worry and turn away. I underestimated your resolve. I'm sorry. Simply place Turvin on the pedestal behind me, and this tower will elevate itself.
What you said to Carthetya back there...
Rather effective on someone of her personality. Wouldn't you agree?
you all right? The gravity that occupies this space is the opposite of what you're used to. It took me some time to get used to it too. I believe it's to prevent them from falling to the ground. Tacit discords, the dark tide, and these ruins themselves.
I imagine it's also a symbolic reminder that our beliefs have been... This view matches with what I saw at the time.
Until you get used to the gravity here, I suggest we travel via phone. It's the name I gave to a gondola.
This gondola only had...
Oh dear, I completely forgot about this.
Greed will get you punished.
I'm afraid Foam would refuse that.
The two of you can go on ahead.
You look distracted. Still thinking about what Cantarella said about fearing answers?
My powers are very weak, and many tacit discords roam the sonorosphere. Thus, I've been limited in the areas I can explore. All I can do is sit here, lost in thought, trying to figure out who I am.
Are you afraid of knowing the answer?
I am afraid. We'll be arriving at the first water rise soon. A few details, if you don't mind.
Feeling nervous?
Of course. The last time I tried to pass it like this... Where were my manners? I can assure you that won't happen again. As for the rest of the way, I see it clearly now. Vines, over there. And
I can feel strong remnant energy coming from it.
the Order's remnant spark must be inside the statue. Legends speak of how the first Primus used it. I see now. The lingering remnants of the Dark Tide, to release it, we'll need to clear away the remaining remnants binding. Once we have the remnant spark, we can use it to burn through the vines.
If the Threnodian created the Dark Tide, maybe Abby can absorb it.
Abby is still unwell. Perhaps we should... More Dark Tide remnants. Good thing there isn't much. Don't worry. This much I can still handle. The vines are remnants of the Dark Tide. Foam won't be able to cross through them. Let's disembark here and find a way to clear the path.
Seems like a new discovery.
This calibrator seems to be operational. One moment. That should do it. Why don't you give it a try?
Cherish every game. Seems like a new discovery.
It's turning. Rotate the gravity calibrator to change the direction of the gravity's pull. If we use this, we should be able to reach areas we previously couldn't.
Seems like a new discovery. Leave it to me. Sounds come forth. One more time. Hopefully this helps.
Hola, hola. ¿Sí se escucharon?
Striking from the shadows.
Excelente.
Hurry. We
Sí, es
need
que
to
tenía que
purify
habilitar
the
algunas
air searches
opciones porque
before
no
the
se
dark tide's
escuchaba
eruption returns.
hasta que por fin di con la configuración. Debe ser el internet, yo creo.
phone's getting impatient. Let's head back.
A lo mejor también. Ya no creo alcanzar a sacar la espada. Se van 20 horas. A ver cuánto me falta. Son 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 60 y qué, 64. Y es que no sé, por ejemplo, ¿qué me recomiendas ahí en eventos? Tal vez alguna forma de obtener así esteritas más rápido. El problema con estos es que tengo que llegar a la zona y todavía no he llegado. Tal vez este, pero son 600. No sé qué tan tardado sea. Este es hasta 45. 37. A ver, voy a avanzar un poco más. Calibrador de gravedad. A ver qué dice. Ese de película da algo, pero... Ok, está todo, no, pues... Está el tiempo encima. Un juego de mesa. Okay. Sí, está complejo. ¿Y este, por ejemplo, de qué es? ¿Sabes? De batalla. Pero ahí te dan personajes de prueba o son los que tú tienes. Si es con la de prueba, sí. Sí sale, pero si no, no creo. No están tan mejorados. A ver. Controla la chispa con el evitador. Zona de peligro. No ubico ese cuál es. Ah, ok, está fácil. Podría intentar eso. imagino bueno, pero ya lleva más tiempo, ya está más mejorado los personajes. Ya me perdí por cuál era. Ah, es esto. Voy a esperar a encontrar un portal para regresar fácil acá. Si es que hay.
Did you feel any discomfort while we were clearing out the remnants?
Nothing out of the ordinary. I felt fine. I suppose this alone is not enough to determine whose resonator I am.
You helped a lot. Another water rise is coming.
Ah, como el abismo.
You planning to hold on to something?
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Hice unos cuantos de ahí, pero no avancé mucho, la verdad. No pensé el abismo. Bueno, con mejor está más fácil.
Cherish every game.
A ver si ahorita me meto nomás, avanzo tantito. Que... a ver qué hay que hacer. Ya no veo al eco, acá está. Más equilibrado. Me imagino entre más mejores le pones al enemigo te dan más premios o algo así.
Discovery. By the way, you said the inverted gravity is to stop the dark tide from descending into the city, but all we've seen so far are just its remnants.
And that's because this very waterway we're sailing on used to be the dark tide itself. In these waters, gravity isn't the only thing that's inverted. Its very essence is too.
Ya, ok, te dan un ítem, ok. Con eso vas comprando mejoras, me imagino.
Obstacles ahead. Let's get off here.
Está un portal. Entonces intentemos hacer eso. Ya que ya está el portal, ahí mismo. La roja da más, pero es más difícil conseguir el ítem. Ok. Entonces me imagino decir mejor por el azul primero. Vamos a ver si puedo con eso. Ah, la onda, son las 2. Ya no va a dar tiempo. Ya veo. Sí, como si te da más premio. A ver, voy a saltar esto porque si no. Ah, dice que 500. Bueno, ahí está listo. Que es casi nada, como 2 tiros. Ahí están los de prueba. Para cambiar a ese elemento como viento, es me imagino que es en la siguiente zona, ¿no? Porque se me desbloqueó nomás el primero, el de oscuridad, y de ahí el que es como rojo, creo, fusión o algo así.
The night's challenge has arrived.
Ah, la madre.
True form revealed at last. Till sounding the jet packs for watching. Let the show begin. Wind fall, wind fall. Wind howls, unfettered by bounds. Shadows must be heard. Windstorm, sweep all away.
Puedo sacar de acá.
Who will sink into the depths? Sink into the endless deep.
Like a swan, thunder guide. Float. Life is in everything.
Take a breath and light here. Oh, this will be fun.
Onward. Strike fast. Take form. Evil be fled. Leave it to me.
Surge of deep. Oh, this will be fun. Sleep in the whispers of silence.
Blow. Watch out. Fast in the sunlight.
En la tienda. Ahorita leo el mensaje.
Forgive me. Let it end. Heaven ordained. Banish all fight.
I'll keep you thinking. Oh, this will be fun.
Moment of awakening.
Ahorita veo, ¿no?
Take form. Leave it to me. Life is in everything.
Engulfed by seas red.
A la onda, no se muere esto.
Together we fight. Oh, stars. Be my hope.
Creo que hay asteritas en la tienda también. Ahorita checamos. La tienda de la venta, me imagino, ¿no? Ahí me sale ahora. Ah, sí, con las piedras. 1500.
Quickly and swiftly. Victory favors me. A new era awaits. Impacts still recognize me. Instant witness, the art's true form. psyche. My company. Glory demands more. In the name of the Montellis. Take this! Still recognize me? Quickly and swiftly. Victory favors me. Stand down. Running won't save us. Instant to capture the sport! Banish all buttons. Universe in my psyche. Serenity. The world is mine. Masterpiece complete. Found your weak spot.
Uno más. ¿Cuántos son? 8. Quedan 15 minutos.
Astral modulation.
Variable elimination. Variable. Confined within limits.
That strength. It's our curtain call. No
Ordained.
Variable elimination. Reconfiguration. All shall reveal itself.
That strength. It's our curtain call.
Sentinel data. Crystals, give me strength.
Limpia de las mil fuerzas. Ahorita lo buscamos.
Bask in the sunlight.
Shut all of you at once. I don't do overtime. Come on.
Sí me suena haberlo visto por ahí. La verdad es que tiene muchos eventos el Wuthering. Destaca en eso. El Genshin luego no tiene casi nada.
Sentinel, move! Be
Ok, ese es como para materiales de mejora, solo se puede conseguir 160 esteroides. Ok. Para mes semanal entonces. Está bien. Eso más las diarias pues ya es algo. Está padre esa animación. Okay.
Silence. Let's do this another way.
Leave it to me. In war with time.
You're wide open. Fear no more.
No se mueren.
Let's do this another way. Burn to ashes. Ready for battle. Tell truth to the sun.
Who will sink into the depth, sleep, in the whispers of silence?
Time for some grounding. Mamma mia! Figure out, reborn from ancient roots. Don't run. Keep the dance going. Grafting, suffer. Let's have fun. It's gonna be fun. The arrow's gonna be fun. Mamma mia! Avanti! The world is our stage!
Feel the time fall. Sink into the endless deep.
Let's have fun!
Más rápido. Están más potentes. Ah, el último.
Who will sink into the depth engulfed by seas venom?
Epic shot! Let the flames rise!
Together we vanish.
Be reduced to cinders. Sever!
At the house! Resolution! Same action, different role! In the limelight!
Together we vanish.
The caged bird now.
Ahora sí ya quedó. A ver un poco más. A ver este. ¿Será que se puede? A ver. A ver qué pasa.
The night's challenge has arrived. Thanks for watching. Let the show begin. Wind falls, wind follows, wind howls, unfettered by bounds. Tentacle flashes, tremble, repent, for silence beckons. The crown of winds.
Ah, no, muy solo. Pues de ahí creo que ya estoy. A ver qué pasa. No puede ser. El último hay otro. Ya vale. Ni modo, hasta ahí lo dejamos. Paso 2 horas de transmisión. Bueno, nos vemos.
Today's story is the great battle between a righteous knight
And the wicked Threnodian.
and the victor is carthetya the knight.